Welcome to this Dynamic Maps video where we'll explore the offline options in MapThat Mobile. From the login screen, we're going to log in with this mobile user and choose the editor role and choose this project at the top. So just finger tap on that project. This takes us to the UK. What we're going to do first of all is just zoom into our project area, which is Liverpool. First thing we're going to do is have a look at how to cache base mapping for use offline. So what we'll do is just turn on a layer first of all so that we can zoom into the area that we're going to be working on. So from the layers option we've chosen planning. Let's turn on this Liverpool planning apps layer and choose update. Quick tip before you actually cache your base mapping is while you're working on the site is only cache the mapping that you need, because data is obviously king, so we don't want to cache too much information. Second tip is choose a base map that you're interested in showing offline before you cache. So let's go to the browse again, and I'm going to choose from our layers list, and this time choose base maps. And I actually want to cache the OS Maps API base map, not OpenStreetMap. So I'm going to turn on the OS Maps API base map and choose update. So there we've got the OS Maps. So we're currently in online mode, so everything's working as we'd expect. Everything's live. We're viewing this data live from the database, those planning applications, and we've got some base mapping. Let's have a go at caching our base mapping. So top right, we've got the 3 dots in the corner. Click on those 3 dots and we're going to choose offline base maps. So just finger press on offline base maps. Takes us into the offline maps menu. We can already see that we've actually cached some base mapping before. So it says there we've got some OpenStreetMap base mapping. Just a clear space because I don't need that anymore. If we want to get rid of that, we click on the red trash can and that will delete that base mapping. So we haven't got any cached base maps anymore. To download a base map for caching offline, at the bottom of the screen choose download base map. Message pops up saying you need to define your area of interest. You can see at the top of the screen we're in map download mode. So we're going to define our area of interest by simply tapping in the screen in the top left, dragging open a box to define that area of interest. So I'm going to choose this area of extents here by finger clicking and just dragging open, then letting go. Now that I'm happy with that area, we could zoom out and we could draw that area of interest again, but let's just press download at the top of the screen, the blue button there. What MapThat Mobile will do is it will recognise the zoom level you're currently at, which is zoom level 17, automatically go to there and tick that option. But let's say I want level 18 and also level 19 for this area. It's going to capture all of the tiles from the OS mapping for those tile levels, those zoom levels. So let's press OK. Give it a few seconds, it will try and approximate the size of the tiles that are going to be downloaded onto your device. So that might be quite important to you. Limits can be set on that, so you can restrict your users if you need to. But let's save to confirm, and that's caching the tiles and downloading them onto your device for offline working. Once it's downloaded, we get a success message and we can press OK. So we're still in online mode at the moment, but what we're also going to do is cache some data. So we can see we've got some planning applications here, and we're going to cache those so we can work with those out on site. And it might be on site that we're going to lose internet connection. So hopefully if we cache that data, we can take it out on site, make edits, and then sync that back to live. So again, top right hand corner, click on the 3 dots, and this time we're going to cache data. So finger click on cache data. We're in the data cache mode at the moment. You can see at the top of the screen it says data cache mode, and what we need to do again is just draw an area of interest by clicking with our finger in the map, opening up an area of interest and letting go, and it will cache any of the features that fall within that area of interest. So at the top of the screen, let's press save, and we get a success message saying the data from that layer, the Liverpool planning apps, and all the features that fall within that area of interest have been cached onto this device. Fantastic. Okay, what we're going to do now is go into an offline mode. So I'm just going to jump out of the app and turn my airplane mode on and then come back into the app. So to do that, we're going to go into settings on the phone and we'll turn on airplane mode. Let's come back to MapThat Mobile. As soon as MapThat Mobile recognises it's lost internet connection, it'll give you a message. It'll ask you if you want to continue to work in offline mode. So let's choose yes. That will auto log you out. So we come back to the login page and we'll log in offline this time. So let's choose login. MapThat Mobile's cached your user so it understands who you are. So it allows you to log back in again. It will auto zoom back into the area where you cached your spatial data. So we're now working in offline mode. The things that we can notice are we've got the cached spatial layers there. We've also got the Ordnance Survey base mapping for the area that we cached, so we could zoom into those tile levels and view our data, but we're working in offline mode. So we've got our mapping and we've also got our spatial data, even though we're offline and we're out on site. So let's make some edits. Let's go to the drawing tools again. The editing and drawing tools are in another video, so please check that out. But let's just finger click on the edit tools. We're in editing mode and we're going to make 5 or 6 different changes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to move a feature. So we're going to choose the edit tools and we're going to choose move, and we're going to pick up this little planning app here, finger click on it and drag it to another location. So we're going to move that up there, and let's choose update. Now these changes we're making are cached to the device, so they're not being updated into live because we don't have an internet connection. So let's choose edit again. This time let's do a reshape. Let's click on this feature here and we'll reshape that feature so we can recognize that when we sync this back. We'll press update again, so we continue to edit as we would do normally. We're going to update the attributes of the red planning app in the middle, so let's select that with a select button. And let's choose the edit attributes or the eye information tool, and let's change this where the progress is declined. Let's set this actually now to past, and let's choose update. Again, that's changed. We've made 3 edits so far. We've moved a feature, reshaped a feature, and we've edited the attributes for a feature. The next thing we'll do is we're going to delete the planning app that's in blue there, that one that says it's submitted. So let's select that one. And let's delete that particular one. Press the trash can to delete it. Sure you wish to delete the feature? Yes. And that'll be deleted, and it says it's successfully deleted. All these changes are happening on our cached device at the moment. One last thing we'll do is the planning app that's right on the right hand side, the green one there, let's move that to an alternate location. So let's choose move again. Let's click on that feature and let's pull that feature up and move it up to the top there. Let's choose update, and we've made our edits. So we've made a move, we've reshaped, we've edited attributes, we've deleted the feature, and we've moved another feature. So what we want to do now is sync those changes back to live. So to be able to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into online mode. So I'm just going to turn my airplane mode off. I'm going to come back to MapThat Mobile. MapThat Mobile recognises we've come back into a coverage area where we've got internet, it's been restored. Do you want to continue now working in online mode? That will log us out for us to log back in again. Let's choose yes. Okay, so we've been logged out on the mobile app while we're out in the field, but what I've done here is I've come back to MapThat on the desktop, and somebody in the office is going to make a change to some of the data. So what I'm going to do is just open up the drawing tools, and we're going to make a change to this planning app. What we're going to do is actually delete it, and that will create a conflict. So let's choose the drawing tools, remove shape. We're going to remove this feature here from the database, choose OK, and we're going to press save and delete that feature. Remember, in MapThat Mobile we actually moved that feature while we're out on site, so that will cause a conflict. Let's come back to MapThat Mobile then and continue working in online mode, and we're going to sync the changes back up into live. So back on our mobile device out in the field, we've now gone online, so we can log back in again. Let's choose login. We're going to choose our role and our project. But this time we're going back in online mode. So we could turn the layer on and continue to work if we want to, but what we're going to do now we've got internet connection is we're going to sync that data back up. So top right hand corner, now we're back online, let's choose sync data. So a single little tap on there with your finger and choose sync data. What the system will do is it will recognise how many records that you've changed while you're in offline cached mode. And it says that we've made, there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes. And some of those were updates such as moving something, reshaping something, we could have created something. One of those might have been the fact that we deleted something, so that's kind of highlighted in red there. But I'm quite happy to sync those changes back to the server now and update live. So what will happen, MapThat Mobile will make the changes back into the live database. It will synchronize any changes where there's no conflict, but it's telling us there one feature has failed to sync. Remember, that's the feature in MapThat Mobile that we moved, but actually after we moved it, that feature was deleted within MapThat Live. So that conflict, that change can't be updated because that feature no longer exists. So I'm quite happy with that. That makes sense to me. So I'm just going to press OK. And what I'm going to do is go, I'm happy with that. Let's remove that sync there and just delete that from existing. We don't need to apply that because there's a conflict. So we're simply going to delete it. And there we go. We've got no changes left to synchronize back to live. So again, let's go back to MapThat Desktop and see what that synchronization has done in our live database. So here we are back at the desk. We're in MapThat Desktop. Our features are as they were the last time that the editor on the desktop was editing this data, but because the person in the field has come online and they've synchronized their changes, as soon as we move this data, watch the synchronization occur. So we're just going to move this layer, and the changes that were made by the offline user out in the field have been synchronized back up to live. So we can see that we've moved some features, we've reshaped some features, we've deleted a feature, and that feature where there was a conflict, that's been dealt with by the system, and it's already been deleted as well. So that's working with offline base maps and caching data and then synchronizing those changes back to the live database. Many thanks for watching this video.